is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
He is the man that was also working late like the rest of us, and I'm sure a lot of fans were working late too because they were watching the game also, and some of them hanging out with us on the post-game show. So I know it's not an easy morning today, but it's a good morning, right? I mean, the way they played yesterday, that was a lot of fun. The question for you is, how encouraging is it for the
Wow, you hit me with the future word.
next couple weeks? By the way, I'm not talking about next couple years. I'm just talking about.
I don't want to get it.
It's two in a row now. So can you make it three in a row with the Jets? Are you expecting the defense has come up with two terrific performances? So have they found their mojo? Is the question.
Defense might have found their mojo. Young players are playing better, as they generally do in the second half of the season. The Jalen Phillips, the Javon Hollins, the Brandon Jones. They're kind of finding, Jerome Baker's gotten healthy. Xavier and Byron Jones are healthier. I think Emmanuel Ogba is playing at a pretty.
He's been playing well all year, bro.
Yeah,
all year. And by the way, Javon Holland he had his moments too in the first half. Jalen, I will give it to you.
He is a completely different player right now than he was the first month of the season, as all young players should be.
Baby,
and they truly believe in him. I mean, the whole defense revolves around Javon Holland right now, which is there was an adjustment period that was happening, and I don't think he was playing that great. But ultimately, he's getting his footing and he's playing well. Can the defense continue to play like this? Yeah, I think they can. When Raekwon Davis got in there and got healthy,
good point.
They instantly became better against the run. I mean, outside of Josh Allen's major run that sort of spiked Buffalo's numbers, I don't believe they've allowed a 100-yard rusher except for Buffalo in all the games that Raekwon Davis has actually started and finished. Last night, same thing, 94 yards for the Ravens. So I'm still not comfortable with the linebacker play. I think Duke Riley probably can help. Has helped. The cornerbacks, I think they're playing relatively well for what they do, which is basically on an island, no help, and asked to bring it down. Xavier is delivering key plays again, so that's a step in the right direction.
He's been very mediocre this year, my brother. 2 plays don't make a season. He's been burned for 6 touchdowns. He had a couple missed tackles again last night. He made a bad penalty. He made a bad penalty in the back. Let's not blow up Xavier when he doesn't deserve it, bro. He made 2 big plays.
His job is to deliver turnovers, and he's got 4 on the season.
He's been very inconsistent. He is not playing like Pat or Sam, who are left on an island constantly. And
yeah,
we don't.
I'm not
making any excuses.
I don't think his game is Pat or Sam. His game is get the ball, and I think his commitment to getting the ball is very evident, and it's basically responsible for 2 of your victories this season. So,
no, there's no doubt, but they're actually strips. They're not really interceptions. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. It's however you get the ball.
But he's had a ton of crap plays, dude. A ton this year. He's been mediocre, Omar. I don't know why we're making excuses for the guy.
I didn't expect him to be a shutdown corner. Nobody's ever told you he was a shutdown corner.
Well, that's what they're paying him to be, Omar.
Nobody has ever said to you Xavier is a shutdown corner.
Yeah.
Who has ever told you Xavier is a shutdown corner?
Dude, that's how you're paying him, Omar. You're paying him to
get the ball.
Corner.
You're paying him to get the ball.
No.
You're paying him to produce turnovers.
That's part of a shutdown corner, man.
No. Yeah. No, that wasn't That wasn't Sam Madison's game. That was Sam. Now Sam was a shutdown corner.
And so was Surtain.
Yeah, Surtain. But while they had opportunities and they got turnovers, like Xavier's on a different level turnover creating. I think he might be number one in the NFL since joining the NFL.
Well, then I could say Sam and Pat are on a different level covering NFL receivers. On a consistent basis.
I have never ever said like Xavier will leave his guy open. That's
I know that.
But that's been consistent going back to last year. And what you ignore was the fact that he got turnovers. Like as long as Xavier is producing turnovers,
there's more to it than that, man.
There's a lot more to it. I never said that.
A real corner has to do more than just come up with 2 turnovers, and they're big turnovers.
He's got 4 turnovers.
I get it, but I'm talking about the 2 that have helped in games. Even though last night they scored more than.
Tell me who else is winning games for this team.
The defense won the game for the team.
Okay, who else
without pressure, you don't get those opportunities,
and without pressure, you don't get great coverage.
Right. Well, no. That yesterday the coverage came more from the front 7 than anything else.
It's everybody plays together. Like I don't understand how you expect Xavier to cover Stephon Diggs all day when Stephon Diggs can run option routes and can run whatever he wants. Has all day to change directions. Like, what do you expect a cornerback to do? Especially when they don't have to. Especially when there's no pressure on the quarterback to throw the ball. Like
there was the last couple of weeks. I mean, they have.
Okay, 2 weeks, great. What about the rest of the set and 9? Rest of the games?
That you're right. When you're left on an island and there's no pressure, that puts you in a difficult situation.
I don't have this. I don't have this vision of Xavier being a shutdown corner. Yeah, he shadows guys. He takes on your best wide receiver, and generally he's there because he's going to get more opportunities to get the ball, which is what he does, and he's pretty good at it. Not to say that his game is perfect, but he gets the ball, and it kind of leads to wins.
The New England game, this one really wasn't point-wise. They still scored enough to.
Oh, you crazy. If you think that interception.
15-10.
Oh, yeah.
Without the touchdown.
No, the touchdown, the turnover and the touchdown. If Lamar Jackson just has to drive the length of the field to score points, like, come on. He's going to do that.
No, he only did that once. Omar.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
he did it once. He did it once, and he did it at the end of the game.
Is Lamar Jackson an MVP of the league?
He's in the talk. Yeah.
No, he has won it.
Oh
right?
No! You mean before?
So don't you expect MVPs of the league to deliver fourth quarter victories? Isn't that the expectation?
Well, see, you and I are different on this. He's not the passer to do those kind of things.
He did it earlier this season on Monday Night Football.
As long as he's running. As long as
he
you're
did
running.
That passing.
No.
Passing to Andrews.
But what you're not understanding is if you're not running, he's not passing. Just like last night. When you can't run, he can't pass because he can't beat you from the pocket. That's not who he is. He's never been that.
I saw plenty of opportunities for him to run. I saw plenty of opportunities for him to run. And he chose not to run. Now, I would not have made that choice, but I understand why he made that choice. He's trying to have a long, healthy NFL career where he gets a $300 million paycheck. I get it. But for me, if I wanted to win that game and I'm Lamar Jackson, I would have ran. He could have ran for about 50 more yards in that game.
I don't know. But it looked to me like every time he chose to run, there was a body there ready.
But there were plenty of
ready to hit him.
He could have thrown. There were plenty of opportunities. I watched it from the field. There were plenty of opportunities. He could have scrambled and there was nobody there, and he chose to throw it.
I saw plenty of opportunities where he wanted to run, and there was a Dolphin defender every single time. No,
they had his number.
Wait a minute. I am completely wrong. I saw him wanting to run many times, and I saw 2 to 3 Dolphin defenders around his ass. That Dolphin line burned that line all night long. The Baltimore Ravens had no answer for that blitz, and they were around Lamar. I disagree with you. I don't think if Lamar had more chances to run, he would have been able to do it. I think the Dolphins shut down Lamar last night. Lamar didn't shut himself down. And if he did, he's pretty stupid. You know why? He's not good enough to beat anybody from the pocket. He has to run in order to beat you. If he doesn't have those linebackers on their heels, he's done. It's the same thing as Tennessee. If you put your linebackers on the heel because they got to worry about freaking Henry, you're done. But if they're coming forward all the time, it's over because Tannehill's not going to beat you from the pocket on a consistent basis. It's the same thing. It's the same concept.
There was there was an overtime game. I can't remember, or earlier this season, it was like Monday Night Football, maybe against the Colts, where he came back from, fourth quarter. Like he's done it. I mean, he's an MVP of the league.
The sun shines on every dog's ass every once in a while.
He's an MVP. Like
I know he's an MVP.
Different conversation.
He's an MVP when they run. When they run.
Yeah,
when you eliminate the run from the Ravens, he will not beat you with his arm. That's not who he is. It's just not who he is.
I don't disagree with your point, but I saw plenty of opportunities for him to run. He chose to pass, and then when he tried to run, the Dolphins were there.
I don't think you're giving the Dolphin defense enough credit last night, man.
No, they played well.
John Harbaugh,
I don't even put it on the defense. I put it on the coaches because the scheme was wonderful.
I saw a bottle this tall of Maalox right next to John Harbaugh. He couldn't figure a damn thing out. He was looking at his defensive coordinator going, what the hell's going on here? Lamar was on the sidelines going, I can't explain what's going on.
No, they knew what was going on. They were zero blitzing them, and I thought the Ravens' game plan was dumb. I thought, the lateral passing, just put it over the top. Like there's zero blitzing.
They didn't have a lot of time for that, dude.
But you could just put a ball with arc and air, and that might not be his game, but I'm sorry, there's zero blitzing. You got one-on-one on the boundaries. Go for it.
But you just said it. He's not a touch guy. That's not who he is.
Listen, it was a masterful game plan from start to finish. The 3 inside linebackers and Jerome Baker on the edge. They started killing Miami on the edges, and then they went away from it, or Dolphins contained it, whichever one you want to think. But it was a masterful game plan. Flores, really, and Coyle. No, is that Boyer? Yes, I mess up my.
You're on 3 hours of sleep. Relax, bro.
There are a lot of. Trust me, I've been covering a lot of defensive coordinators over the years, so they all blend in together. They did it was a brilliant game plan. There have been so many instances throughout Flores' career where I look at the defensive game plan and I think to myself, that's brilliant. Why is this the first time anybody has ever thought about this? And having 3 inside linebackers, 3 guys whose job is to read, diagnose, and then react, to play Lamar in his face, and then have Jerome, who's a great blitzer. I think a very underrated blitzer. They don't blitz him nearly enough.
They did last year. Right.
They didn't blitz him enough last year. I don't even think he had 7 sacks.
But he was more active last year is my point. That's why he got the 7 sacks I think he had last year.
But I think they can. His timing is impeccable on blitzes. Mm-hmm. So I would blitz him from the inside way more often. But anyway, that's another story for another time.
By the way, speaking of that, I think Brandon Jones has that same knack too. He's a really good blitzer.
He's horrible in coverage, but he's a dynamic blitzer.
Relax. He's a young kid. He's growing, bro. I like Brandon's got moxie, bro. I've loved Brandon Jones from the second I've watched this kid.
I know you have. There's a lot of guys with moxie. Can they play? You want to sit here. Brandon Jones is the one.
He can make some plays, dude. He's already made some plays. Brandon's been all right.
Outside of blitzing.
But I mean, hitting people and even helping out a little bit on the run and everything.
Yes.
Remember, everybody's got to develop differently, and they have him in a different role. So this is kind of what he's filling, and eventually he'll develop. We're watching Jalen Phillips at the beginning of the season, looks kind of lost. Now you're starting to see Jalen Phillips more and more and more. So it's just one of those things that we have to be patient with some of these young
I ain't being
cats because
patient
it
with
takes them a little
I ain't
while.
being patient. I'm tired. I'm not being patient.
But you
Like,
can't put 20 years of frustration into Jalen Phillips. It's not his fault.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Omar. All right.
I'm sorry.
Cam
I
Cameron's
have
not his
no
fault,
desire.
dude.
I have
Don't blame.
I have the greatest amount of respect for Gerald Alexander, but I have no desire to be patient with anything related to the Dolphins
You're
anymore.
terrible.
None, zero, zilch. That my patience is worn out. They're done. They have used it all, Big O. Every
No,
single drop.
don't say that, bro. That's not right,
They
dude.
have used every single drop of patience and tolerance and understanding and excuse making that they can possibly muster. It's gone. I am so not tolerant with like. Here's the thing about that performance. Nobody expected it. It was
Yeah, no, I know. Nobody expected it, but
it
man,
was
I
it
loved it.
was wonderful. But you shouldn't
Right.
wait until game number 9 to be and just the defense, because the offense is still a doodle fest.
Yeah. No, the offense is what the offense is.
But let's get on the offense. But my point is,
Okay.
nobody should wait till game number 9 on a team that has continuity to be playing at a level that's respectable. You have not played at a level that's respectable all season until yesterday.
Well, hold on a second. The coach didn't help by continuing Brissett. Then he went to Tua, and things opened up a little bit. Obviously, as much as you possibly can.
I
considering
am still
the
on the fence.
offensive
I'm
line.
still on the fence on that. I'm still on the fence on that.
What you want to watch Jacoby Brissett? You want to?
No, I don't want to watch Jacoby Brissett. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Jacoby Brissett.
But his decision. Yes, we're sitting here debating the outcome, and that's an important part of it because we now know what the alternative is. And Jacoby healthy isn't very good. And but now we know a 70% Tua is better than a healthy Jacoby, which I don't think we knew before.
No, you didn't know. I knew. You didn't know, but I knew. I'm sorry. Don't throw me in there, dude. Okay.
No. But
I'm not a jabroni brisket fan, dude. Okay.
No, I'm not a Jacoby Brissett fan either. But when you think about it this way, they had to alter their offense so much to the point where Tua can't throw the ball more than 20 yards. Yeah, the arc passes where he threw to Waddle, and those were impressive, and the big play to Albert Wilson. But those were created by the defense being in 20 yards in the box. Like nobody was deep.
And luckily, the Ravens suck in the secondary.
Yes, they had. You were the one that pointed it out to me. They weren't playing well, and they had just a ton of breakdowns. But they were running like a high school offense for Tua, and I mean, it worked. And here's the thing that bothers me a little. This is what bothers me the most about listening to the press conference yesterday, where Flores says, "Yeah, when Jacoby's in there, we really can't run the RPO. We when Tua got in there, we got to run the RPO more. The RPO is your base offense. It is your meat and potatoes. So why would you play a quote? One, why can't Jacoby run the RPO? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And two,
why couldn't he?
Why can't he?
He can't move.
Tua can't move. That has RPO has nothing to do with moving.
That's not true, dude.
RPO has
he was a decent athlete.
RPO has nothing to do with
Jabroni is not an athlete at all. He's a big lugging dude that you're not going to.
You watch him scramble around and you watch him scramble around and evade pressure. He's athletic enough.
Any of us can run for our lives. I mean, when you're running for your life, just have a 300-pound defensive end running at me. You see my fat ass run fast
the same amount of carries, 18 on the season, and Jacoby has 6 more yards than Tua. So to I mean, come on, it's not apples and oranges. The RPO doesn't even involve a running quarterback. The RPO just involves a quick decision-making quarterback who throws with accuracy. and makes quick, sharp, smart decisions. Tua is the master at it. They teach RPO in college and high school using Tua film. So it's there. That's what you're building your offense for. But why can't Jacoby run it? Why can't you give Jacoby an RPO play where he's handing off the ball, or he's keeping it and he's throwing a slant, or he's throwing a drag, like, or he's
you running an RPO with Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers can run an RPO if he wants to.
They don't. You don't run it with Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, so you put
Jacoby Brissett in there. I'm saying these big lugging dudes. Yeah, I don't think
it's not the big lug.
And I got to tell you something, Omar. If you think that's going to make him a better quarterback,
no,
a better passer,
my thought process
somehow his completion percentage is going to go up and he's going to make more plays. I'm sorry, I just
why do you? But here's the question I have for you, and I get it. And Tua's like, yeah, we went on the sidelines before in the point where they were punting, and the defense was there, and we worked out what plays I want to run and what plays to call for me. And I'm like, huh? So hold on, wait a minute. You don't go into the game. I know it's a Thursday night game, but you don't go into the game with a backup package for your backup quarterback? Like, what kind of foolishness is this?
They didn't even think he was going. They didn't even.
No, he didn't think he didn't even have his eye black painted.
Right. Which by the way, Tua, don't paint your eyes anymore. You won. So let's let's not break the streak. I don't want to see the crosses on the eyes.
You're gonna see the crosses on the eyes.
No war paint against the Jets.
You're gonna see the crosses on the eyes. He's got to let people know he's a believer, like Tebow. Listen,
well, we already know. You don't need we know you're in the God Squad, bro. It's all good. You don't need to put it. Okay, you won. You won without. We're 2-0. We're 2-0 at Sports Grill in Bird Road. Some things can't change, Omar. You just can't do that.
I'm going to ask him about the eye black. I felt like asking him last night, like, bro. And he was so down before the game.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, and he basically was like, yeah, they didn't let me get a snap in practice. And I get it. You got a bum finger. And he admitted, my finger hurts. It hurts. He's like, have you ever tried to throw with a
broken fracture, bro? Of course it's going to hurt, dude.
But why isn't it?
What fracture doesn't hurt?
Why isn't it in a splint when he's not practicing?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I barely slept last night, and I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn, so I can't answer that. I don't know why, but
listen. But I have come to the conclusion. I am here right now. Here's where I am. Okay, and I know it's taken me a minute to get there. But a 70% Tua with a weak arm and a busted finger is better than 100% Brissett. And Brissett is not 100% right now.
Marino can fire balls out of his ass better than
don't put them in the same conversation. Don't put them in the same.
No, I'm saying Marino's ass can pass better than Brissett. Not his arm, his ass.
I'm not gonna dog Brissett.
He'll just fart and it'll go 30 yards right on a dart.
I'm not gonna dog Brissett because on the list of people who have disappointed this offense.
Just make that image in your mind too, by the way, what I'm saying. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
On the list of people, I'm not gonna dog Brissett because on the list of people who have disappointed the Dolphins in 2021, I'm not even sure Brissett makes the top 10.
Yeah, I don't blame Jabroni because I blame Flo because he had fits and he goes, nah, I don't need him. I'm gonna go get this.
He's got $10 million, bro, to be a starter. Yeah, I mean, the question is, could you have had a better quarterback option, maybe one that could run the RPO? And I don't have the answer to that, to be honest with you. I don't.
I don't know who else was free agent at that moment and all that. And plus when you know that Tua is your starter. And
who's going to come here?
Right, exactly. Then it has to be somebody that is willing to come here and know that he is the backup for the moment, at least until Flo doesn't like you.
But here's the thing: Flo basically insinuated last night that it's the medical staff that decides Tua's status, and yes, he plays a hand in it. But basically, the trainers are like, he can't play or shouldn't play, but he could be a backup, and Tua, and he's got to protect Tua from himself. And Tua even admitted, yes, he has to protect me from me. And I that's the first time I've ever heard a player be honest about it. And that's the one thing. Tua's Tua's very honest. But when you look at it in hindsight, like, bro, with a bum arm and a bad finger is still better than Jacoby.
Yep.
So that means
Right.
he has to play moving forward.
Yeah.
Because he gives your team the best chance to win on Sunday.
Of course. I mean, most of us wanted to see Tua. We didn't want to see Brissett.
I mean, it's not about what you want to see. It's not about what you want to see, because last year you wanted to see Tua, and he wasn't a better quarterback.
No, but Brissett is depressing because it's almost like you have no shot with him. That's the problem with him. He inspires nothing. You know what I mean? And I got to admit, when I saw Tua was coming in, him or the defense, however you want to look at it, whatever, dude. I give the defense. I have to give the credit the last 2 weeks, dude. I mean, the offense was better this week than last week. But I got to give Omar. I'm giving the defense the love for the last 2 weeks. I mean,
they've scored more than 21 points 3 times this season. That league is averaging 24 points.
Yeah, no, we know. They can't score with a fistful of dollars in a whorehouse. We know. It's
how much does it take to score with a fistful of dollars in a whorehouse?
Sean. What am I going to do? Make Sean in trouble, not me or you.
All
right, Omar. Appreciate you. What are you working on in the Sun Sentinel so folks can check you out?
I'm trying to create a column about where has this defense been.
Yes,
it's been.
Where's the amoeba been? The amoeba.
They've been running it, bro. It's been not effective. Tua just posted on Instagram.
What do you post?
I don't know. I'd have to click on it to see, but I got a notification to it. I mean, it's always something corny, generally, or marketing, or something very super marketing packaged. He's such a marketed kid, and it's.
Oh, he tell Omar I'm wearing eye black.
Stop it. Anyway,
I'm just saying. I mean, he just said it. No, he just put. Let's see. Yeah, head down, keep going. That's it. Just head down, keep going.
Listen, hey, he was so disappointed and like kind of frustrated. You could sense. And I watched Duke Riley kind of give him a pep talk, and I know I'm a lip reader, and I was just like, man.
Landon Roberts last week. This week it's Duke.
Oh, was it Landon last week? I didn't know Landon did it last week.
Oh yeah, no, that's been the whole controversy. Trying to read Landon's lips, talking to Tua, and it's like, hey, yo, it's not you, it's these clowns around you.
Nah, that line ain't coming from a Landon. A Landon is a part of the clown show. Oh boy, that's gonna get me. Hopefully, nobody copies that, because Landon is Lieutenant Flores. Landon is his #1 lieutenant.
I don't know about that, bro.
Oh yes, trust me. He's the #1 flow lieutenant. He's the locker room snitch.
Let's see. Let's see if the locker. Well, man, that's rough there, bro. I hope Landon Roberts doesn't catch. I'm blessed to hear that part there.
Hey, everybody knows he's.
I think you're better off calling them a clown show than calling a Landon Roberts a snitch. I'm just saying, bro.
Everybody knows he's a flow guy. That's Flo's guy. He's the flow disciple. Landon's gonna be part of his coaching staff by the time he's done.
How do you know Kyle Van Noy? He doesn't have a Kyle Van Noy.
Kyle Van Noy got kicked out of here because he was challenging the coaching staff too much.
Oh, there you go.
So, not that I like Kyle Van Noy, because I don't, but hey, sometimes, and that's what I respect. Sometimes players have to call out coaches because coaches do some BS. And when nobody calls them out on it, then they just, the players just sitting there grumbling, oh, you see what they're doing? You see what they're calling? Why are they calling this? Why are they doing that? Somebody's got to step to them and be like, yo, this ain't working. You're not playing. Fix it. You got to run this. And that was what Kyle Van Noy did. I unfortunately, I got to say, they miss him on this defense, which, I would have never believed words would come out my mouth.
By the way, Tua posted, what is it, a story? Oh, it's an Instagram story. There it is. That's what he posted. The other one was an old one.
Okay.
Yeah, team performance.
Right. Yeah, that's what it was. So
Yeah.
there you go. I read the old one.
Corny. Always corny. It's
He's a good kid, bro.
He's a good kid, and he's you think he's got it. You see it. No arm, no fingers.
No, I still think he can play in this league. You just got to do the right.
Of course, he can play in this league. He's a starter in this league.
Sean Payton would have him as a star, bro. You just got to have the right coach that understands him and put him in the right positions, and I think he'll be just fine in this league. You know, I've watched guys with his kind of arm have success. When you have his brain and his ball placement and his accuracy, you can succeed in this league in a big time way.
Pocket presence. Don't forget the pocket presence.
He has it, but
he has it.
He just needs help, dude. He needs a real offensive coach.
Well, he needs a real running back. He needs a real running back.
Well, once you get a real line, you'll get the real running back eventually. That'll happen. We're
not doing that, man. You got to get that dog.
I get that, but even if you get a dog behind this line, he'll get dogged. Still got to get the line to protect the quarterback and get the running.
I think a dog behind this line would do just all right. I really do.
I mean, like Ricky. That's what you're saying.
No, I think Najee Harris would do damn fine in this line, but they don't have any vision. They think they could get a running back off the scrap heap, off the minimum waiver wire, and bull.
Sometimes Miles Gaskin doesn't have vision. Anyway, listen, I appreciate it as always, my brother. We will catch up later in the week. Follow him on Twitter for those of you listening on the podcast at Omar Kelly, and more importantly, catch his work at the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Subscribe, support our local journalists who do an excellent job. Omar, much love. Get some rest, my man.
All right. Appreciate you, big guy.
You got it. There you go. All right. Omar Kelly. We'll catch him next week. I mean, I said later in the week. Next week on Monday, he'll be back on.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.